good morning, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. I do not own the rights to this music. I don't have to say that for this one, because y'all don't know where to find it. YouTube. Man, first to all of the white people that might be saying I am a racist, I'm anti-white because of what I'm about to talk about. But you're wrong. And the same people that I'm about to talk about right now are the same ones that's got, what's going on, Tanya, that's got you held hostage in your community right now. All right? So before you start throwing your stones, listen. And what's missing right now in the black community is pride and respect for each other. That's what's missing. We don't have that anymore. We don't teach that to our children anymore. That's why when you can try to correct a kid on the street right now, they'll cuss you out and tell you to mind your effing business. When you're trying to steer them the right way, they'll tell you, mind your fucking business. Look at the crime that's in the black community. This ain't white folk coming in the black community, breaking into houses. These are black kids. And see, let me show you how stupid we are. We don't realize all of the carjacking and the crime is just going to make it more expensive to live in D.C. Hell, in a little while, you damn near going to have to be rich just to insure a car in D.C. Because them dumb motherfuckers don't realize all they doing is making the insurance premiums go up. And they want to get out here and have some fun. And they won't be able to insure a car because of their stupid ass shit. See, this is what we ain't talking about. Man, y'all got it so businesses don't want to come in the black community. Stores are closing up in the black community, and you're steadily blaming that white man. And ain't shit working in your community. But you still blaming the white man. All of the stores, Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, closing up in the black community. Why? Because they can't afford the theft. See, that's a lack of pride. And this is the shit that I'm trying to wrap my mind around. Why is it that when somebody come into your community to try to help you, to try to uplift you, them the motherfuckers you want to steal from, them the motherfuckers you want to rob, the ones that's coming in trying to make a difference, should be the safest one in the community. But your stupid ass, your dumb ass, your uncontrolled children are the ones that's trying to stick them up, and they trying to help. And you wonder, why don't nobody want to put up with your ass? Why don't nobody want to try to help you? Because when they do try to help you, look what you do. See, this is the problem. And then you get a little dick motherfucker like Al Sharpton that'll come along and tell you this is white supremacy. and you won't hold yourself accountable. That's what's wrong. We got too many black folk out in front of us that don't want to hold us accountable. All they want to do is blame that white man. Now listen. White supremacy has a part in this. But also, black folk got their part too in this shit. This ain't no one-sided coin here. See, there are two sides to this coin. And let me show you. See, remember I told y'all about baby kids? The majority of them were some very bitter mothers. Baby kids were some very bitter mothers. And they birthed some even more bitter seeds. And what we are dealing with now is some bitter seeds from some bitter mothers. That's why these rappers can go out here and degrade black women, because they come from a bitter seed that don't have no respect anyway, that ain't got no pride anyway. See, you know, when I first came to D.C., I mean, black folk literally, and they still do it today, throw trash out on the ground. Man, why you throwing the trash on the ground? There's the garbage can. Oh man, I'm trying to create a job. Negro, they ain't hiring. They're not hiring. And the only thing you're doing is lowering your property value because your neighborhood is so junky. See, this is what gentrification has done to the inner city. See, in our neighborhoods, we would let cars sit on cinder blocks for years. Right there in the neighborhood. They could sit on cinder blocks and rot away. And we won't even, but see, when white folk start moving, oh, you got to move that. That's an eyesore. That can't stay here. See, they start removing shit when they come. And that's where a lot of the friction is coming in, because now white people are trying to clean the neighborhood up, and black folk feel like they're being displaced because they can't no longer store their junk. I told you, man. I told you. It's a lack of pride. It's a lack of pride. Steve, thank you. Thank you for joining me, Steve and Tanya. Thank you. It's a lack of pride, man. That's what it is. When you see that kind of stuff, man, you're dealing with some people that ain't got no pride whatsoever. They have no self-esteem whatsoever. And here's the sad part. They putting that shit in the music, and it's spreading all over the world. See, the same stuff I'm talking about right now, they are putting in music, and they spreading that shit all over the world, musically. And music has power. Music has power. That's why we got all the chaos, because they'll show it in the movie. Man, trash and shit. And throw it, and their mindset is they trying to create a job. See, and some of them just outright lazy, disrespectful. They don't give a damn. And see, and those are the ones that's see, when you see somebody with that kind of behavior, jail is waiting on them. It's just that simple. You see a loud, rude, nasty little young person that's out here being a demon in the community, man, jail waiting on them. A death. That's them only two. Death or jail is waiting on them. Because they ain't got no future, ain't got no hope. And, you know, anytime a young kid don't think they can live to see 25, there's a problem. There's a problem with their mindset. There's a problem with their self-esteem. There's a problem with how they see the world. And a lot of these young kids out here, man, don't think they'll live to even see 25. Because that's the world that they live in. And see, and it's so rough and it's so tough that that's what create the distrust of people. That's what create the division in the people, because they see it every day. You know, you got people coming up saying one thing, and see, these dudes are so treacherous. They'll use kindness to get the drop on you. They'll come up, ask you for some directions. I ask you, see you smoking a cigarette. Hey man, you got a light, you got an extra cigarette. And you trying to be nice, and they get to jump and rob you. That's how ruthless these jokers are. They'll come up and ask you for some directions just to get the jump on you. Ain't no respect. And then when somebody like me come along and start saying something about it, see, now I'm a coon. See, I'm Uncle Tom. And what them dumb fucks don't know is on the Underground Railroad, Uncle Tom meant brave warrior. See, you got Uncle Tom as a buffoon. But see, and if you had that attitude on the Underground Railroad, you wouldn't get nowhere. See, Uncle Tom meant brave warrior on the Underground Railroad. And look how many of our positive meanings that our young people have turned them into a negative connotation. Because it's the hip thing to do. See, we ain't got no kids that's following their culture. They're following what's profitable. And if talking about your mama, your sister, your girlfriend, your auntie was profitable, that's what they gonna do. And then we'll turn around and tell you, my bad, don't take it personal, I'm just trying to get the paper. But look how many lives you are disillusioning. Look how many people you have discouraged out here with this foolishness. Look at the damage that you're doing. We ain't got no pride, man. That's what's missing. That's the exact thing that's missing in the black community. We ain't got no pride or respect for each other. And we still blaming that white man. Still blaming that white man. And the basic stuff in the community we don't want to even do. We can, you know what? Listen. The black child is the only child that you can do anything you want to with little to no resistance. Let me say that again. The black child is the only child you can do anything you want to with little to no resistance. A wild animal will protect its babies, not black people. Go run up on a bear with her cubs and see don't you get your ass kicked. Run up on an animal with their cubs, with their babies, and see if you ain't got no fight on your damn hands. But look how they can treat black children. And ain't got no kind of resistance, man. Don't get no pushback. None whatsoever. Because it's acceptable. Because that's the way, that's the behavior that you are taught to accept. That you'll always be mistreated. That it ain't going to be fair. It ain't going to be even. It ain't going to be right. And the only way that you can get ahead is get out here and cheat. And game the system. That's what they tell these young black kids now. Only way you're going to get ahead. You ain't going to get ahead opening up your own business, being a mother, a father, a participant in the community. You don't get ahead like that. You get ahead by going to jail, getting out here doing something stupid just to get support. Look at the dumb shit that you got to come out and do just to get people to subscribe to you, just to get people to follow you. They ain't gonna follow you because you teaching them truth, you being the light. But they'll follow you if you get out here and do some dumb shit. See? You know, that's why they can hold up Cardi B as an example for these young girls. Somebody that go around and drug men and rob them. And they trying to have sex with them. See, that's why they idolize Nick Cannon. Got 5 or 6 different women with 11 or 12 babies. See, they idolize that. They ain't gonna. When the last time you seen a black couple that was out here doing it right, that wasn't struggling? Well, see here again, because Steve, we don't have pride. Because we don't have pride about each other. Because we don't see the right way working. See, we that stuff is dying on the vines. See, I don't know why people don't understand the crime that's out of control in the neighborhoods now is a self-esteem problem. That's what we're dealing with, a self-esteem problem. But yet, they ain't trying to let nobody break through. That's it, man, that's a self-esteem problem. That ain't no more police problem. You got some kids that don't know themselves. That's why they out here doing it. And ain't nobody, you won't let no voices come through to say, hey man, sit down, motherfucker. Let me show you another way. See, that's what we missing. It is a self-esteem problem, Steve. They don't have no hope. They don't have no future. When you ain't got no hope and no future, man, that's a lack of self-esteem. And on top of that, COVID done messed up your education. See, a lot of these kids that's committing these crimes now was caught back in COVID. Most of them high school dropouts because once the school shut down, hell, they just got off the grid. And they been off the grid. You know how many kids right now in the black community that are off the grid educationally because of COVID? COVID knocked them off the track and they never got back on. See, we don't want to deal with that. And a lot of them on OnlyFans busting it open. Because that's what we show them that works. That's what we show them working. Look at all of the negative stuff that we show they can go and get paid doing. But we don't show nothing positive. When the last positive example you saw getting paid? No, because when you come out here trying to do it positive, oh, you begging. See, go get a job. But yet, ain't nobody safe. Nobody's safe. But this message won't get out by itself. See, I can talk about this all day long in this hotel room. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Let me get out of here. Let me show some success. Then people going, what's your opinion? What you got to say? I can't voice my opinion because I can't show no success. No matter how hard I try. The success is just not there. Not because my product ain't good, because people just don't care. They don't want to see that. Hell, I told y'all, man, I couldn't tell you right now if my kid's mama is dead or alive. Last time I saw my children's mother, they were 2 and 3 years old. And they 39 and 40 now. And don't know their mama. And she ain't no stranger in my house. She ain't no stranger in my house. I just don't know where the hell she is. It's just that simple. And man, and if the girl is still alive, and I run into some cash, I hook her up. Because I don't know nothing about baby mama drama. She got out, she stayed out. I don't know nothing about baby mama drama. But right now, we're lacking pride and respect in the black community. And that's for each other. Because we'll dog and steal and kill and cheat each other before we do anybody else. We'll take it out on each other. That's how ruthless our young people are. They'll hurt us before they would anybody else. And like I told you, forget about trying to come into the neighborhood and make a difference. Shit, they'll rob your ass. And you trying to help. And still you blind. Will steal you blind. And you trying to help. That's how bad it is in the black community. And if somebody is trying to help in the black community, them should be the safest motherfuckers around. Because they trying to make a difference. And you dumb fucks are the ones that's running them off and got the nerve to talk about racism. The reason it's so difficult, the reason it is so high to insure a car in the black community, in the inner city, is because of young black kids out here doing some stupid shit like carjacking. All that signal to the insurance company, raise the goddamn premiums. Raise the premiums. If they want to act like that, raise the premium. Now, you was struggling to pay the rent and get some food. Now you're struggling trying to keep your car insured. Because you got some dumb fucks out here don't realize the shit they doing is making it bad for everybody. That's the problem. And that's a lack of respect. That's a lack of pride. I don't know why these people keep reaching out to me with all these financial offers. You know, I have great news for your company. And I'm living in a fucking hotel. And you want me to fill out some shit. Say that, well, Steve, that's what the problem is, Steve. It's low self-esteem. These kids ain't got no hope. They looking for some attention. And the only way they know how to get it is doing something negative. Because we ain't teaching them nothing positive. We're not showing them any positive examples. We're not showing it to them, man. You know, see, for you to get out and put a positive example out for these kids to see, now you woke. And these same people that's talking about wokeness, scared as hell, are the very people I'm talking about. And matter of fact, if they was walking down the street and a bunch of kids was walking toward them, their asshole would get tight as a dime. That's how scared they would be. Tighter than a dime. With them kids coming to them. Because now all their fears are now coming up on them. And I'm just saying, man, let's explain to these young people what the hell is going on so that they can see and understand, man, you're hurting all of us. It's just a joyride for you. But look at how you're making insurance premiums go up in the district. Look how difficult you're making it to insure a car in the district. This is what you're doing. You're making people have to struggle because of your stupidity. And I told y'all, man, DC should be the friendliest city in the world. Because we're the nation's capital. People gonna come to us to spend money. And we got some dumb fucks that's scaring people away with all this dumb shit. And they ain't got no answer for it. And they ain't trying to give nobody new a chance. And it's all a self-esteem problem, man. Show these kids, and most of these kids don't even know the city. Don't even know it. And you think the city trying to educate them about their own city? No. But they preparing some jail space for them. See, you can build more jails, but you can't educate them about themselves. But you can get some more for-profit prisons. Because, see, in reality, the reason a lot of this crime is allowed because they need that for a certain element of fear. Because this is how they get people to do what they want out of fear. Make you afraid of the crime. Isn't it a shame, man, that you have majority black cities where the police chief, the superintendent of education, fire chief, majority of the cabinet positions, all being held by black people. But yet, they don't have one solution how to control black kids. Isn't that interesting? You got all of these professionals, but they ain't got no idea how to control a black kid. And as a result, look at what we got. Look at what we got. It's out of control. Ain't no respect. Ain't no pride. Anytime you can go around and brag about how many people you're having sex with in a day. That's a badge of honor. That's a lack of pride, man. That's a lack of self-respect. Look at all of the derogatory things that our young people are gravitating to as a source of pride. See, I mean, when they can get on and degrade themselves, they can get filthy rich. But being positive, being the answer, being the light, they get ignored. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to turn to where they can get some attention. Because good people are afraid of other good people. See, people should be wanting somebody to be able to stand up and say, man, cut this shit out. Cut it out. Cut it out. You're hurting yourself. You think it's cute. And see, and a lot of these kids out here doing this shit, see, when they was babies, doing this rambunctious shit, see, they parent, oh, look how cute that is. See, it's cute then. Now this shit is out of control. And you'll be the first one screaming and crying when something happened and wanting to sue. When something happened to your kid. You don't think a lot of these women don't know what their children doing? Yeah, they know. They know. Cause see, they can now go to the nail shop. They can get their hair done. They can go to Denny's. See, they can Pancake House. See, that's what they gonna do. They want to go out to Denny's. All you can eat. See, that's how you know who they are. I keep telling you, man. You want the real person to step forward? Give them some money. And it's going to magnify who they are. If they're a good person, man, it's going to magnify the good that's in them. If they're bad, it's going to magnify the bad. And see, and this is how the people that I'm talking about got control. Mind your business. That's what destroyed the black community. Mind your business. See that 80s crew that glorified violence and death and drugs, that told you to mind your business? See, before, we used to, anybody could correct anybody, and we need to get back to that, man. If we see some young kids doing something wrong, to start correcting them. You ain't got to put your hands on them, but direct them. And when you trying to tell them now, and they mind your fucking business. See, they'll intimidate you for trying to be right. And this is the problem in the black community. Because we got too many people that are willing to intimidate and bully somebody that want to do it the right way. But, and yet, there are those in the black community that ain't doing nothing to try to get a message like this out. See, we need to get this message out. This is something that needs to be talked about. How come the lack of respect and pride that our young children have? They ain't got none. They ain't got none. And we ain't trying to teach them none either. That's the sad part. We ain't trying to teach it to them. Because we want them to be, and see, and let me tell you something. And I want y'all to notice this. In every crowd, you can always pick out the wild weeds. In every crowd, you can always pick out the wild weeds. Because they're going to be the loudest ones. They're going to be the most obnoxious ones. The rude ones. See, they're going to always be drawing attention to themselves. That's what the wild weeds do. They draw attention to themselves. You see a lot of these women, young girls, always bragging about how good they WAP is. They're always bragging. Man, I'm 70 years old. And I done had a lot of WAP in my life. But I don't ever recalling a woman with some good WAP bragging about it. I can't ever recall a woman that knows she got some good WAP. She ain't bragging. She don't say a word. She ain't bragging. No, seriously. She ain't bragging. And look at all these young girls out here now bragging about how good they WAP is. Because that's what's getting them paid. And look, and you ain't never heard Tyler Swift talk about her WAP. You ain't never heard Tyler Swift talk about her WAP. And in case you want to know what WAP is, wet ass poo nanny. That's what WAP means. Wet ass poo nanny. And if a woman got some good WAP, she ain't bragging about it. She ain't got to brag. So that lets you know right there, when they singing and bragging about it, that ain't shit you getting. That's a fantasy. Because you got to brag about it. That's a fantasy, something you wish you had. And then any and everybody can run up through you. Look at this girl, Lori Harvey. They got her up as a social influencer, biggest hoe out here. Every time you see her, she with another man. But see, they'll advertise that. Be a hoe. Be a hoe. Sleep around. Don't be special. Let everybody have it. Let everybody get up in you. And then they'll make you a social influencer. Shame on you, Tanya. Shame on you. Shame on you. But no, seriously. And see, and because we don't have any respect for each other, we ain't trying to uplift each other. You know, for a black person to be uplifting and encouraging to another black person, oh, they're gonna tell me, oh, they clout chasing. They out here clout chasing now. When a black person uplift and encourage, oh, that person is clout chasing. And yet, you know, like I saw I saw this guy. That's a famous black psychologist on Twitter, and he's always talking about black this, black that, black economic summit, and black. But yet, since this cheesecake, where the woman say she don't want to go to cheese, man, look at the free advertisement they give in Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory ain't black owned. Look at the free advertisement among the black community that Cheesecake Factory done got. And I told him, you always talking about that blackness, but yet look at this free advertisement here. Oh, my bad, you trying to get some free meals. And see, and that's what we'll do. We'll disrespect each other because somebody's giving us something free. At least we think it's free. It ain't nothing free. Nothing is free. Everything has either price or a motive. It ain't free. See, so when somebody giving you something, you might not be paying for it, but there's a motive behind that, buddy. And you might not know what the motive is at the time. But there is a motive, because ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. All right? So, so I'm just saying, man, if we want to turn this madness around, if people want to stop being held hostage in their community, then you're gonna have to show something different. You're gonna have to get in and show something different. You're gonna have to show something different. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. And if you're not willing to show something different, if you're not willing to encourage something different, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. And we still going to be held hostage in our community with this violence. I mean, it's just going to still be there. It ain't going away. It's going to be right there waiting on us. And it's up to you what you going to do. What voices are you putting out to try to counteract this narrative? What voices are you supporting? And I'm just, and see, this ain't got nothing to do with white people. Nothing at all. And I'm telling black folk, man, we ain't got no respect for each other, and we ain't got no pride about who we are as a people. That's why we can be treated any kind of way. Because we ain't got no pride, man. We ain't got no self-respect. And it shows in our children. Because these are young black kids, man. They're going buck wild crazy. Buck wild crazy. In the black community. Buck wild crazy. And ain't nobody got no answer. Nobody can see, man, this is a self-esteem problem. This is what they dealing with. Well, it's not just the TV, Tanya. See, you could, the people right now are the ones with the power for television. Because if they ain't showing you what you want, then you don't watch it. It's just that simple. Man, I don't know why all these people sending me all this talking about do I want money and grow my business and all this other stuff. Man, get gone. Get gone. Cause that money you talking about, I got to tell a lie to get. And this is what I'm talking about. See, we got some young people, man, that in order for them to do some stuff, they got to lie about it. And that's what they willing to do. To get what they want, if they got to lie to get what they want, that's what they gonna do. They'll lie about it. They'll lie. And can lay their head down and sleep at night. Because it's natural for them. They don't feel no kind of remorse. Because that's how they was raised. To cheat, to lie, to steal. That's how they was raised. See? Because ain't nobody else trying to put no different narrative in front of them. Ain't nobody else is saying, man, look at this. Take a look at this. What you think about this right here? And again, because most of them don't know who they are. That's why they get out here doing all this dumb shit. Because they think that's what's cool. See, being a business person like me ain't cool. That ain't cool. Because I'm trying to do it the right way. I got to go out and cut some corn, sell some dope. Cheat. Now I'm cool. We're doing it the right way. Walking the right path. They don't want that. They don't want it. And you know, some of these young kids can be on the straight and narrow and then turn around and can't get the time of day on the straight and narrow. But yet get out and make a mistake and then get all the attention they want on a redemption tour, trying to redeem themselves. But when they was walking the straight and narrow, they couldn't get no kind of attention. And this is the problem right now. The kids that are trying to do right can't even get the time of day. They can't even get the time of day. Because your dumb ass talking about that's what they supposed to do. Well, that's what these other ones supposed to do too. They ain't doing it. And you giving them all the attention. So why don't you switch up your priorities? Show them that ain't doing shit what the rewards are for doing it. See, we got to change up, man. We're going to have to start rewarding kids that are doing right as an incentive for the ones that ain't doing right. See, we don't want to use money as an incentive. But yet, that's what the incentive is for them to do wrong. Money. But we don't want to use the same money as an incentive for them to do right. And that's why shit is out of control. Because we don't want to be an incentive for right. We're only an incentive for wrong. So, you know, you get what you get. And you can't complain. It's just that simple. You know? And it's amazing that our city leaders don't even see that. They don't want to see it. Because now, somebody going to have to be held accountable. And what's the one thing that's missing in the black community? Accountability. It's missing. Yeah, man, racism is real. But black apathy is real too. And maybe if we can get rid of the apathy, in the community, then we can get rid of some of the racism. See, maybe if we get some more respect for each other, then people will stop trying to treat us any kind of, man, you divide black people just like that. Just like that. They divided. And see, you got to, and let me show you something. Let me show you something. All these hip hop people talking about they support Trump, that's just a money grab situation. Because if you really pull back the skin on that, them rascals don't even vote. They just talk. They get up in here and talk a whole bunch of shit, and when it come time to vote, they ain't nowhere to be found. Ain't nowhere to be found. But they got you scared that they gonna vote for Trump. And you fall for that. Because you know they ain't got no habit. They'll come out, they'll find any other reason to go vote, to do anything else but vote. Because, and if what I'm saying was not true, then why do we have the situations in the black community that we have? If what I'm saying is not true. Because the reason shit is out of control, it's because lack of participation, lack of care, lack of concern, lack of pride. And if we don't try to instill some pride and some self-esteem into these young people, it's only gonna get worse. Ain't gonna get no better. It's only gonna get worse. All right? So, and see, white people, they ain't got to divide us. We divide ourselves. We kill ourselves. They ain't got. The Ku Klux Klan don't need to come out no more. Black folk kill themselves over dumb shit, over some dope, over a corner. Because we can't see you. You ain't supposed to. You ain't supposed to be able to make it. And isn't it interesting that they use some money as the pretense for these young boys to get out here and kill each other. Give them a bunch of money and go kill your opposition. That's what you got to do. Go kill your opposition. And that's what they doing, man. That's exactly what they doing. They getting a little bit of money and they killing their opposition. And their opposition look just like them. Look just like them. And the ones that's providing the money don't look nothing like them. But we don't see that. See, we won't talk about that. We won't address that. See, when you start talking about stuff like this, now you're doing the white man's bidding. And see, and white folk can't get on here and say what I'm saying. White people, the average white person cannot get on here and say what I'm saying because they're going to be accused of being a racist for telling the truth. Now that's straight up fact. And if I'm lying, somebody tell me I'm lying. If a white person got up right now and say the stuff I'm saying, they're going to be accused of being a racist. Going to accuse them of being, and they telling the truth. But out of fear, they won't say a word. They won't say a word. And y'all know what I'm saying. I dare somebody tell me, that ain't true, True Conductor. White people can't get up and criticize the black. They can't criticize the black community at all. They can't. You're right, Steve. They can't. They can't. And not only, but see, they'll pay somebody like Jesse Lee Peterson. See, white people will pay somebody like Jesse Lee Peterson to get up and act a fool and act stupid and further divide people. Because if you notice, his number one message, black folk are like, they ain't done nothing for America. America was great when it was run by white people. That's Jesse Lee Peterson. Turn around and have a White History Month. That's Jesse Lee Peterson. And all of the history that they teach now is white history. With a little bit of other history. Well, again, man, for Jesse Lee Peterson guy, it's some white people that are paying him to say what they are afraid to say. He's getting paid. Notice he ain't bringing people together. He talking about healing the family, but yet he always putting down the mama. You notice that he talking about healing the family, making the family whole, but you always got to forgive your mama. Your mama is the reason you so messed up. But yet he's talking about healing the family. And the mother is the family. She is it. Okay? See, y'all, slavery was designed to be permanent through the status of the mother. If that mother was enslaved, everything she birthed, even if she was raped, was a slave. The father could be free. But if that mother is enslaved, everything she produced is a slave. Okay, well, what's predicated on the status of the mother now in 2023? Welfare. Federal government say, black man, have as many babies as you want, with as many different women as you want. As long as you ain't in the house overnight, we're going to give them welfare. And so now you got some people going from generation to generation stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. Slavery. That's all that is, the slavery. And when they can't get what they want, they go out and steal it. They ain't gonna work for it because they stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. So it's easier for them to steal than to work for it. Because that just reinforces their something for nothing mentality. And that's what's destroying the black community. That mindset is what's destroying the black community right now. That something for nothing mindset is what's destroying the black community. It's destroying us. All right? So that's it for me, man. If we never address this lack of pride and respect that's in the black community, and it's coming from our kids. And see, and what white people don't realize, is the same lack of respect is spreading to the white kids through the music. See, that's how it's contaminating everybody else through the music. And we all at risk. And honestly, I don't know what else to do or say to try to get people to see, man, we're going to have to start promoting something positive. We're going to have to let something positive be successful so we can get that narrative out in the universe. And for whatever reason, people can't see that. We're stuck where we are. We have to deal with where we are. Man, I'm gonna I got a rod on my cart where I have lost the screws to it. And I'm gonna get on the bus and go to somebody's hardware store and get me some screws, because when I'm pushing my basket, the wheels will come off. So I got to get these screws on there. I think I'm gonna get on this bus tomorrow and go down to the White House, because I ain't been there for a minute. So I'm gonna take today and go get these screws that I need. And get back in circulation. You know, that's what I got to do, get back in circulation. So, we're going to have to do something different, y'all. Going to have to do something different. And as long as people are afraid, nothing will change. Nothing's going to change. And it's sad that our own children got us afraid of them. That's the sad part. We're afraid of our own children. I'm going to give you a good example of what I'm talking about that you can identify with. And this boy's parents are afraid of him. John Morant. John Morant's parents are afraid of him because he's the ticket. He's giving them the lifestyle that they enjoy. And they can't rock the boat. They can't rock the boat. He got the money. He got the money. And they gonna do what he say do. They gonna act the way he say act. Because remember that the first time, his father wouldn't say shit before he got caught with a gun. Couldn't get a word out of his father. It took three tries for his father to finally say something, when he should have said something from the first go round. Wouldn't say a word. And see, and that's one of them wild weeds I'm telling you about that gonna always get in trouble. Them wild, man, you don't think them judges can recognize a wild weed when it come in his court versus the kids that somebody got their hands on? See, that the judge can tell the difference. He knows the kids that made a stupid mistake versus the ones that's doing it intentionally. He know the difference. He knows the difference. He knows the difference because they all got a certain routine. They all got the same routine. All right? So anyway, let me go and get my screws, man. Cause I'm gonna get out of here tomorrow. I'm going somewhere to the White House, Capitol Hill. I'm going somewhere tomorrow. You know, Old Town, somewhere. I'm going somewhere tomorrow. But I just wanna share with people, man. You know, we got to start looking at this stuff for what it's worth. And it's not about just getting more police. Look at how these young kids are crying out for help, crying out for attention, and looking for somebody to show them a different way. And we're afraid to show them a different way. We're afraid to make somebody else a success. We're afraid. And we even more afraid to come out of our houses. So, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If what I've been saying is a bunch of bullshit, I say, True Conductor, you full of it. None of this shit you talking makes sense. But this is where, if we're going to turn this madness around, this is where we got to start, man. Putting some more respect and pride back into these young people, because they ain't got none. And that's what ain't nobody teaching them. Some pride and some respect. Because when you got some pride, you ain't going to trash up your community, man. When you got some pride, you ain't going to go around and be stealing from all of your stores in your community. When you got some pride. And see, these are some people that don't give a shit about nobody. And they probably the ones that deserve to be in jail because they ain't got no respect. And see, we got to not be afraid to separate them that ain't got no respect from the ones that do. It ain't about racism. It's about motherfucker, you cruddy. You ain't shit, can't trust you, can't be around you. You know, see, we ain't talking about, they talking about teenage trafficking, sex trafficking. Shit, we ain't talking about the young black kids that are going missing, that don't raise no alarm, because they black. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the teenage pregnancy in the black community by these old motherfuckers that's going around here knocking up these young girls. We don't talk about that. They ain't safe. A lot of these young girls, man, ain't safe from these predators that they got to walk by every day, because you got some old fucker pulling on his dick, sitting around on his ass doing nothing and trying to derail a young kid that's walking by, because they want to be the first ones to hit it. See, and they messing up these young girls because they want to be able to say, I had it first, and not even caring about what that's going to do to that young kid. See, we don't talk about that, man. We act like that don't exist in the black community. And right now, it's some professional black women that are suffering inside, who were sexually molested as young girls and ain't never told nobody. Ain't never told nobody. And they sitting on that pain and that hurt and that distrust And they got to live with it and still act like they normal. Still act like ain't nothing wrong. And you got all this hurt and pain and disappointment inside of you that you can't even express. Because the minute you start talking about it, now they want to say you're crazy. Now you need help because you're trying to talk about the pain that's in you. And he got these young people that's going around, they inventing pain that they rapping about. Half of these motherfuckers talking about some shit they don't know nothing about, and y'all believe in it. Look at them how they singing about their pain, their dysfunction. They ain't telling you nothing positive. Everything they telling you is negative. And y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that. All right? So, man, it's up to us. It's up to us right now. If we're going to turn this situation around, it's up to us. White man can't do it. Hispanics can't do it. Asian can't do it. This is a black problem for black people because it's our kids that's making it rough for us. Our kids are increasing the food prices. Our kids are increasing retail prices. Our kids are increasing insurance premiums. These are our kids. See, y'all ain't thinking about this here. You just saying that crime is out of control, but crime has an impact. Crime has an impact. Somebody got to pay for crime. Insurance companies are not going to eat this. They're going to pass this on. And when you see how much it's going to cost to insure a car, they're moving out. They're moving out. And now this crime is going to spread somewhere because they're going to have to go somewhere else. And see, I'm 70. I came out of a segregated society. I at 70 years old, I was in a segregated society in Alabama. I've seen a water fountain for black folk, a water fountain for white folk. I've seen that in my lifetime. Okay? And see, when you had those situations, everybody knew where the boundaries were. Okay? Everybody knew where the boundaries were. These jokers now, they ain't got no boundaries. They ain't got no boundaries. They'll go anywhere and do their foolishness. Anywhere they can go, they going. Okay? They ain't got no boundaries. None whatsoever. And see, and that's what we got to realize. Man, these young kids, they don't care. Ain't no place safe. No place. And if you close all the neighborhoods and the stores in their neighborhoods, they just gonna go to other neighborhoods and start doing the same thing. That's all they're gonna do. And we'll still be sitting back trying to figure out how to solve it, and yet we won't deal with their self-esteem. Won't try to instill no pride in these kids. They've been written off, given up on. The majority of what I'm talking about, man, been written off. And you're wondering why you got the problems you got. Here it is. Right here. This is why. This is why. Because we don't want to get involved. See, we're minding our business. And look how much hostage, we're all in hostage. We're all held hostage by this crime. Because you go in D.C., anybody's subject to get carjacked now. They don't care. They're carjacking Congress people now. They don't care. And what you think the insurance companies are saying? What? D.C.? Man, let's everybody raise their premium. Since carjacking is the thing in D.C. now, everybody premium's going up. Everybody premium going up. You know, because we got to cover the cost of this. So now everybody's premium going up. Oh, you stealing all the food? Okay, well, all prices going up now. Since you wasn't satisfied with the deals you were getting, and you want to come in and steal, so all we're going to do is raise the prices. It is. It is. It is, Steve. It is. And see, a lot of people, you know, and look at how many stories you're now seeing where people say, man, we never had nothing like this around here. Look at how many stories where people say, we never had nothing like this around here. We don't have this around here. This is shocking. We don't act like this because of lack of respect, lack of pride. And see, when a person has a lack of respect and a lack of pride, they don't that goes for your shit too. That's why they ain't got no problem stealing it. Because they ain't got no respect. That lack of respect carries over to you. They ain't got no respect for your shit. That's why when they steal your shit and you get it back, it's all wrecked up and tore up. Because they ain't got no respect for it. They want to get in it and ride it and run over shit and tear it up because it ain't theirs. It ain't theirs. And somebody going to have to pay for that. Look at the premiums, man. Look at the premiums that's going up on insurance in the inner city. Because these young kids don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. And don't nobody know how to reach them. That's the sad part. Don't nobody know how to reach them. And all I'm saying is, man, show them who they are. Why don't you expose them to some of their own history? Expose them to some of their own history. And see what impact it'll have on them. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? But you'd rather not try anything and hope and wish that it's going to change. Because you scared to get involved. You scared to participate. And you even more afraid to care. And this is why a lot of the shit is out of control. Because so many people are afraid to care. They're afraid to care, man. They're afraid. Afraid. All right? Hey, I'm going, I got to go get me some screws for my cart. And this whole weekend has been absolutely incredible because, well, one day I'll be able to share some things with y'all, but it's unreal. It's unreal, man. Some of the things that you have to deal with is just unreal. But it goes back to respect and pride. That's what we're missing in the Black community. Well, when the time is right, I will, Steve. When the time is right, I will. I know she was out, so she came back today. So give her a day or two, because you got to catch up and see what happens, man. See what happens. See what happens. My mindset now is I just accept it for what it is. I can't be upset. I can't be angry. And I'm working on changing my mindset, because one of the attitudes I had was when it came time for me to pay for my hotel bill. This is an example. You know, I pay it with a sense of angst, nervousness. You know, that, wow, I finally got, instead of saying, you know what, man, paying it with some joy and some happiness. And, you know, that's what I'm doing now. Man, when I put some money out, I don't think about that, you know, what I got. I'm happy to be able to spend whatever it is I can spend, because now I'm putting it back in circulation. And that energy that I'm putting in circulation, if I'm happy, it's going to come back to me happy. But if I'm putting out some nervousness and some fear and some anxiety, that's what I'm going to get back when I spend my money. Because what I've discovered is this. You only have power when you spend money. Money by itself is not power. Money is only powerful when it's in the hand of a person. Think about it. Money's only powerful when the hands of a person is using it. Money by itself ain't got no power. You're the one that gives money power. And see, a lot of us have had it backwards. We're thinking money gives us power. But no, you give money power, because money needs your ideas. Money needs to come up to satisfy what you're creating. Because money can't create nothing by itself. Money needs a human being to facilitate all of the things that it can provide. Money needs a person to do that, because it can't do it by itself. And see, we give power, we give so much power to money, and not realizing it's us that's got the power. And it's your mindset, how you receive and spend money. You know, if faith is the substance of things hoped for, that means whatever you praying for, you believe God already done gave it to you. If faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, and you know that scripture, without works, it's impossible to please God. See, your mindset is work. Let me say that again. See, your mindset is work. Commit yourself to being positive all day and not let a negative thought enter your mind. Man, that's work. That's work. That is work. When you're trying to keep a positive mind, that's work. And a lot of people have gotten work confused with physical, thinking that they got to go out and do something. Man, the only thing you got to do is keep that image in your mind that is done. And that's work. And that's your faith. That's what I'm learning. I need a vehicle for my business. Lord, thank you for the van. And I just keep feeling like the van is here. I don't know where it is. I got a tour next Monday. I sure do. Be nice, man. I can go pick them up in my new van. Nice. I can pick them up in my new van. I don't know where it's coming from. And see, and God has to be the source of this, because my credit is jacked. I'm living in a hotel room. So for me to say I got a new truck, God, it's got to come from God, man. Because there's no way physical that I can make this happen. So I just keep, thanking God. Thank you, Lord, for the new truck. Thank you. That's all I can do is thank you, Lord, for the new truck. You say, act as if I got it. Amen. Thank you for the new truck. Shit, I need some more. Send me a fleet. You send me one, send me some more. I need a fleet. I gotta hop off shuttle, buddy. I need to get cranking. I need to get it started. And even if I can just pay some people to get out and just drive it, man. Just drive it. Whether they want to take it, I'll take the loss. Just drive it. I got some people that I can give a job to. Drive it. And we'll make it work. That's what I want to do. See, I want to get out here, man, and get some young people that are interested in trying to develop tourism as their a way to make a living. And if they wanted to start their own franchise, help them out. Help them out. If they want to start a franchise, help them out. I can go in any city and create a Black History tour and hire some young people to be tour guides and drivers right now. Any city. I can go in any city right now, take their Black history that's just dying on the vines, and turn around and help the young kids learn how to use this history. You ain't got to go out and sell no dope no more, man. You ain't got to poison your community. Isn't it interesting? You can become a hero by poisoning and killing your own community, and yet bullied for trying to be the answer, to be different. You're bullied. And that's fact. And we got a lot of young kids right here, right now, that are honor roll students who are bullied, teased that they trying to be white because they're trying to educate themselves. See, lack of pride, a lack of respect. That's what we're dealing with. All right? Man, thank y'all. I see y'all later.